Welcome back to Economic Explorers, the show where we break down complex concepts into easy-to-understand concepts. Today, we have a very special guest joining us, the brilliant mind behind many economic insights, Professor Anya.
Thank you, Alex. It's great to be here and talk about something I truly love.
And we're thrilled to have you. Today, we're diving into the heart of economics. Professor, let's start with a big one. How do different societies organize their economies? Can you tell us about the different types of economic systems? Types of economic systems: market, planned, mixed.
Absolutely, Alex. Think of economic systems as a society's blueprint for how it manages its resources to meet people's needs. There are three main types, each with a different approach to who holds the power in economic decisions. First, we have the market economy. In my words, this is where most resources are privately owned, and individuals and businesses, not the government, largely make economic decisions based on supply and demand. It's like a giant marketplace where everyone is making choices.
So, less government involvement.
Precisely. Then, there's the planned economy, which is almost the opposite. Here, the government or a central authority owns and controls most resources and makes all the big economic decisions. They decide what's produced, how, and for whom.
And finally, the mixed one.
That's right. Most modern countries fall into a mixed economy. This system combines elements of both market and planned. You have a strong private sector, but the government also steps in to regulate, provide public services like education or healthcare, and generally guide the economy.
Fascinating. Can you give us some real-life examples for each?
Of course. For a market economy, think of countries like the United States. While they have regulations, a huge part of their economy is driven by private businesses and consumer choices. Historically, the Soviet Union was a classic example of a planned economy, where the state controlled nearly everything. And for a mixed economy, look at countries like India or many nations in Europe, like Germany. They have thriving private businesses but also significant government roles in things like social welfare and infrastructure.
Perfect. Professor, what's your personal reflection on these systems?
My observation, Alex, is that understanding these systems really highlights the balancing act societies perform. Pure market systems can be incredibly innovative but might lead to large inequalities. Pure planned systems aim for equality but often struggle with efficiency and a lack of individual freedom. The fact that most nations are mixed economies tells us that they're trying to find the sweet spot, leveraging the strengths of both private enterprise and government guidance to achieve their economic and social goals. It's a constant debate about where that balance should lie.
Professor, when we produce anything, what are the fundamental ingredients? What are the factors of production?
Crucial question, Alex. These are the basic resources to create any goods or services. There are four main ones. First, land. This is all natural resources, minerals, water, forests.
Got it. Next.
Then labor, human effort, both physical and mental, skills, and time.
And capital.
Capital means man-made tools and equipment for production, like machinery and factories.
And the last, a special one.
Yes, entrepreneurship, the unique human skill of combining land, labor, and capital, taking risks, and innovating. It's the spark of production.
Great breakdown. Example.
A smartphone, land, rare earth minerals. Labor, engineers, factory workers. Capital, plants, robots. Entrepreneurship, the visionaries, like Steve Jobs, who brought it to market.
Your reflection?
These factors are an economy's foundation. How a nation manages them directly drives its prosperity.
Professor, our final concept, the basic economic problem. What is it, and why is it so fundamental?
This is economics' most crucial concept, Alex. It comes from two truths: scarcity and unlimited wants. Scarcity. Resources are limited. We don't have an endless supply of everything.
And unlimited wants.
Human desires are endless. We always want more. So, the basic economic problem is this imbalance: limited resources, unlimited wants. This forces us to make choices. What to produce, how, and for whom. We can't have everything.
Makes sense. A real-life scenario.
Your local government has a fixed budget, limited resource, but wants new schools, hospitals, and parks, unlimited wants. They can't do everything. This choice, due to limited funds, is the basic economic problem. It leads to opportunity cost.
Relatable. Your final reflection.
This problem is economics bedrock. It's universal, forcing constant choices and trade-offs. It's why we study economics, to make the best decisions with scarce resources.
Professor Anya, this has been an incredibly enlightening discussion. Thank you for simplifying these complex concepts for us.
My pleasure, Alex. Keep exploring economics. It truly explains so much about our world.